Hello out there and welcome back to the Prog Hat channel. I hope you're doing well. It's Friday and I'm looking forward to the weekend, Easter weekend. I'm back with another video, another installment to my series that I call CD Pickups. I still buy CDs. I love the phone format and I want to hear the music. Whenever I'm at a flea market, thrift store, record store, I cannot not look at the compact disc selection. I see two for $1 or $1 CDs. I got to look at them. It's become like a magnet and I get pulled to the side. So that's what this video that I'm about to do here is show my end of the month, end of March CD pickups. One was just delivered by Amazon and it's still in a package. I got the Prog Hat scissors of approval. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this package open. I know what it is, and I'm excited about getting this CD because this is one of my favorite progressive rock bands and rock albums. So I finally got a copy of it on CD. And it is Alloy, the album called Raw, R-A. And let me see here. I don't see anything that indicates that there's bonus tracks, but here's the back cover, but that don't matter. This is one of my favorite progressive rock albums, along with many others. But if you're a newbie to prog music, you got to go check out the music of Alloy. I really can't recommend where to start. I always like to say, though, that I've always started with live albums. And that's usually sometimes been the gateway for me to get into a band's category. Not for every band that I've gotten into, but bands like Rush, Led Zeppelin, heck, even the Beatles, The Who. So yes, folks, finally in the collection, Raw, so I can scratch that one off. Okay, like I mentioned, I got some other CD finds. I'm a fan, and Paul McCartney is my favorite Beatle. I love his vocals. I love just about every record he does. I know others have different opinions, but my opinion is I couldn't pass up on Pipes of Peace. I don't know how many copies I have of this, but this is just a regular CD, no bonus tracks or nothing, Capitol Records. I simply love this record. It's a great rock pop album. Came out in 1983. And I feel like, in my opinion, there's a lot of catchy tunes on here. You know, The Man, The Other Me, of course, Say, The Average Person, The Sweetest Little Show, Through Our Love. Those are just great McCartney songs. I'm hoping to one day, because I was researching this a little bit, I'm hoping to one day find a UK vinyl copy of this. All right, folks, my next one is the band Squeeze, their album Play, and I believe this came out 1991, not 80. But I always like this album cover. They're all in one flower pot, which kind of gives me to me, we're a band and we're in it together and we're going to grow together. But the cover kind of makes them look a little bit, I don't know, not happy. I'm not really familiar with this album, but I do like Squeeze a lot. So I'm looking forward. This was sealed for $1 and I just opened it, tried to clean it up and had some kind of label right there, but no big deal. But this is a band that I've been finding a lot of their music. And usually when I start getting into a band or I want more music, I can never find it. But that's not the case with Squeeze. I've been finding a lot of their stuff here and there. So that was a cool find. Next is a compilation by Steely Dan, which came out in 1985. Yes, I'm looking down at my notes. I am happy to have this collection. And one of the reasons is it starts off with the song FM. And I simply love that song. I love that Steely Dan could mix rock with jazz and jazz fusion and come out with some of the best records I ever heard. You know, you've ever seen them videos that are like where they're centered around when you get a new stereo setup and they say, what record should you test it out your setup? I recommend any of the Steely Dan albums. They're really great to listen and that's what I did. Well, in fact, let me take that back. When I first got my started to upgrade to a better stereo system, the first time that I gave a spin to test it out was a Spirit album. The 12 something, I think most of us know what it is, of Doctor. That album sounded good on my new setup. All right, folks, moving on. I believe this series came out in the year 2000. The guy at the market said, I'll take $1. And it's that, twofer. This is the Beach Boys MIU album with LA Light. I simply love that way they did this. I wish I would have grabbed a lot of these when they were out. Now they're getting kind of hard to find. And used on eBay, they're pretty pricey. I believe I've seen some for like $50 or $40. But I really do like the MIU album. Now the LA album or the Light album has one of my favorite songs on it called Full Sail. But I love She's Got Rhythm from the MIU album. Peggy Sue, My Dance, and Winds of Change. But I just simply love this. I love the two. It is that old green Capitol record label. Like I said, good rock and roll. I love those later Beach Boy albums. I do. All right. This has been an album that when I find it on CD, it doesn't have the CD. When I find the album, it's beat to heck. So I finally found a good CD copy. I'm a fan of Tony Bennett. I Left My Heart in San Francisco. One of his big, highest chart selling albums. Great vocal jazz. The album came out in 1962. That's not going to ever stop me that if I ever find a really nice copy of it, that I will get it. But yeah, I love Tony Bennett and his vocal. Next is another vocal jazz singer, K Star, that collection series. I finally picked that up. Really good deal. And welcome to my sweetheart here.
Hey. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Happy Easter, everybody.
Look what I found at the thrift store right now.
Oh, shoot. Look what I tell you.
$1.99. You never know.
Mrs. Proghat, she's found another one for the collection. She knows how to find records. I guess I'm a good teacher, and look what she comes home with.
Great condition.
And great.
Inner sleeves.
Thank you, sweetheart. Look at
Bye.
that.
Happy Easter.
Look at that.
Come on, Diamond. Papa. Papa.
That's incredible. I mean, like a long time ago, she used to find a lot of prog albums in these thrift stores. I mean, stuff that I could not believe that she found it on her own. But she just picked this up for $1.99. That is totally, totally awesome. I love this record. I simply love this record a lot. And one of my favorite songs, probably not everybody's favorite, Son of Monster Magnet. Is that what it's called? Yeah. The Return of Son of Monster Magnet. I love that. I think it's great. But anyway, folks, there they are, my latest CD finds, and one more album find, courtesy of Mrs. Proghat. Thanks again, babe. Have a good weekend and a safe, happy Easter. We'll see you soon.